In June in Amesbury, Mass, I was going to go up to do some storytelling. And 5 o'clock at night, I thought, oh, I'm a half hour early. I'm going to go see if I can get a cup of iced coffee. And I parked the car, and this guy walks up toward me as I'm walking away from the car. And this guy has got this brown beat-up sweater, and it's all dirty, and he's got these blue jeans that are ripped and torn, and he's got his hair all matted, and his teeth are nicotine stained. And he looks at me and says, "That's a great baseball license plate." I said, "I'm sorry, sir, I don't follow." And he goes, "That is a Joe DiMaggio license plate." And I said, "Sir, I don't know what you mean." I could never remember my own license plate. And this guy says, "Your license plate is 5641CF. Joe DiMaggio hit for 56 consecutive games. It's still a record. He did it in 1941. His position, center field." And I said, "That is so cool." And I said, "My name's Tony Toledo. What's yours?" And he said, "My name's Greg Hyatt. I ran for governor of Massachusetts in 1986. And I said, "Really?" And he goes, "Yeah, I love baseball too, and I've sort of fallen on hard times." And I thought, that's a little bit of an understatement. And I asked him where he lived, and he said, "I just live around." And I said, "Could I buy you a cup of coffee?" And he looked at me and said, "If you insist." And I said, "Well, I do." And I opened up my wallet. I said, "Here, I got to go do some storytelling now, but I want to give you this $5. And I want to say thank you." And I thought to myself, I see my license plate in a different light. I can actually remember it now. And this fellow, I mean, he was not at all asking for money. And I just wanted to say that story was worth $5 to me. And I think we all have a story if we just listen to each other. I put that notice on Facebook, and I wrote about it, and I told that little story there, and my friends fired on some things that said, "Oh my gosh, when he ran for governor, his secretary went into his office twice, and he didn't have any clothes on." And then they said, and he took money from a known mobster, and it also said that he drank copious amounts of coffee. And I'm not sure what that means, because I like my iced coffee. But I said to these guys, no, I'm sure that all that stuff was true, but meeting this guy, he was nothing but kind to me. And he had told me in just our brief interaction, he goes, "Sometimes people don't like to talk to me because I'm not the cleanest person." I said, "That's all right, I'm not the cleanest person either. I just love stories." And that fellow, Greg Hyatt, has helped me learn to memorize my own license plate. Now, another fellow that I had met in 1985, I bicycled from Oregon, or from 79, I bicycled from Oregon to Virginia. And then in 85, I went from Toledo to Malden, Mass. Two big destination points, both of those. And the back of my bicycle, my roommate, put a sign on it that said "Boston or Bust." So I left in August, and I had gone to I was on the far side of Cleveland. I was over by Lake Erie there, and I said, "I'm going to take a jump in the lake and cool off." It was so hot. I just left my bicycle on the side of a picnic table. There was this little state park, and when I come out of the water, there's a fellow standing there by my bike. And I said, "Hi, what's up?" He goes, "I want to give you some money." I said, "What? I got money. I don't need anything." He goes, No, I want to give you $5. And I said, No, I got money." He goes, No, you don't understand. Last summer, I rode from Ohio to Massachusetts, and a guy gave me $5, so now I'm going to give it to you. And I said, "Oh, okay, that's cool." And I took the $5, and I went out and got a banana split. And I thought, that was so nice. It tasted so much better when somebody else is paying for it. And I didn't think much of it. I get out to Massachusetts, I hop on the plane and grab the bicycle and get back to Ohio. But the next summer, when I was driving around Toledo, I saw a guy that had a loaded bicycle with all these panniers, and he had all these, his tent, and I knew that he was traveling. So I pulled over, and I gave him the story, and then I gave him the $5. And I didn't think much about that until the next summer when I saw another person. I said, "Wait, I can give $5. And it just we build these little traditions ourselves. And I just gave $5 to the first person I saw who was touring on a bicycle. And my wife, when I met her and we got hitched, and she said, "Are you going to give $5 to every single bicyclist you see?" And I said, "No, I wish I could, darling, but it's just got to be the first one." And we met one time. There was a couple that were bicycling from the West Coast to the East. It was October, and they were from Germany, and it was snowing. And the snot was frozen, and they were pedaling. And I give them the story, and I give them the $5, and they say, Dankeschön, and they take off pedaling, and we watch them go. And I'm thinking, this little thing with $5 and just stopping. But the one that sticks in my craw the most, I was going on Route 1 North, and there's a guy on a 3-wheeled bicycle. And you could tell he sort of had, his one side wasn't as good as the other, so I figured he must have had a stroke. And I pull over, and I wait for the guy to come up to me. And I said, hi, I want to give you $5. And he said, oh, okay. And we started talking, and he told me he'd come up from Cape Cod, and he was going to go all the way up to Maine on his 3-wheeled bicycle. And I said, what's your name? My name is Jesus Hitler. And he said, I go, what? And he goes, yeah, those names are so charged with meaning, I'm taking both of them back, and I'm taking it Jesus Hitler. And I said, nice to meet you, Jesus Hitler. And I shook his hand, and I watched as he rode off. And that $5 just makes me see people in a different light, makes me see money in a different light, makes me see kindness shining in the sun.